Welcome. Hashtag THEVERSASHOW is part of an entertainment podcast that exercises our freedom of speech. Our conversations, opinions, debate on a certain topic is not to offend anyone in any source. For that being said, enjoy the show.
Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? And welcome to another special edition here on Hashtag THEVERSASHOW. And you already know who I am. I am the GOAT, the one that you have voted, the Versa. And I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for viewing another. This is going to be a topic episode here on Hashtag THEVERSASHOW. You make sure that you do these three things. You make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I know couple episodes, I didn't have any topics, but this time we got some topics, okay? A lot of people have been asking me about this whole Donald Trump assassination attempt. We're going to get into that. Also, too, we're going to get into that little bitch-ass racist Ryan Garcia. He's a little bum boxer. We're going to get into his little bitch-ass. I wish shout out to my man Keith. Keith. My boy Keith, man, he watches this show. Shout out to my boy Keith, you know what I'm saying? All love to you, my brother. I wish he was on this show right now so we could talk about his little bitch-ass, little racist-ass Ryan Garcia. So we're going to talk about his little bitch-ass, okay? And then we got some other cool news as well, too, ladies and gentlemen, here on Hashtag THEVERSASHOW. But in the meanwhile, we're just gonna go right ahead and just kick it right in now. Listen. Donald Trump right now, all right, we all heard, of course, is all over the world, all over social media, all right. Donald Trump was shot in the ear. I believe it was on his right side of the ear. It was by a 20-year-old. This 20-year-old, I think it was Thomas Cook. He's a 20-year-old kid. He used to have been bullied in school a lot. And once again, this goes back to my previous episodes here on Hashtag THEVERSASHOW when it comes to respect and love and trust and all that. This kid was bullied in school. Okay, 20 years old. My whole thing is about his parents. Like what was his parents teaching him? And I know it's not easy, and plus too with these bullies too. Like, parents, what you doing with these kids? But we probably won't get into that a little bit later. But anyway, actually, there's one thing I wasn't going to address, but you know what? This is Hashtag THEVERSASHOW. Fucking right. And here on Hashtag THEVERSASHOW, at first I was like, nah, I'm not going to address this. But you know what? I didn't write the comment down, but he's going to get this addressed today. That's right, today. Anyway, the Shade Room, shout out to the Shade Room if you follow the Shade Room. The Shade Room put up this whole Donald Trump assassination attempt, and I comment on the Shade Room. I said, like my comment if you think this is a conspiracy theory. I got this person on Instagram, Real Nisha Shine, whatever it is. He writes down, whoever it is. Okay. Versa. Hello. All right. So we're a grown man and we don't know what a conspiracy theory is? Question mark. Let me read that again. So it sounds like he's a grown man. Mind you, he's a grown man. All right. So we're a grown man and we don't know what a conspiracy theory is. Let me address that real fast, okay? First of all, you're right. We are grown men. But one out of the two of the grown men has common sense, and that will be moi. Let me explain. First, I, the Versa, never personally said that it was a conspiracy theory. Okay? Secondly, if we're grown men, right? Would you think a common sense grown man will look at the comment? Let's read back the comment what I wrote. I wrote, like my comment if you think this is a conspiracy theory. We're grown men, right? So let's be real. First of all, homie, it says like my comment. It did not say to comment on my comment. All right? Read my comment carefully. It says like. Now, I understand you want to put your 2 cents in, but still, it doesn't add up to $1. You're still 98 short. Okay? Again, I had people telling me that this assassination attempt was a conspiracy theory. I just want to know from the outside of my world if they believe this is a conspiracy theory. The Versa, me, is personally not saying that this is a conspiracy theory. We will get to what I believe in. But the comment states that if other people think it's a conspiracy theory, like my comment, because I want to know from the outside world as well. So, since this grown man has addressed that grown man, and change your Instagram name too and keep it professional, you dumbass. Since that has been now addressed, I hope you look at this episode and I hope you look at that comment and I hope you delete that comment. And next time when you comment on somebody else's comment, read very carefully. Okay? Coming from a grown man, the Versa. So, anyway, how do I feel about this whole Donald Trump assassination attempt? First of all, it is real, okay? One man lost his life. He shielded his wife and his child while the bullets was coming. I heard that he got shot in the head. My condolences goes out to their family. Very sorry on what happened. Donald Trump did get shot in the ear. Blood did squirt out and got to his face. All that was real. Okay, the 20-year-old that got shot on the roof is dead by Secret Service. Again, a lot of people think that this is some stage act from Donald Trump just so he could get the black voters on his campaign. Because he knew on his second term, Donald knew that his ass was in trouble. And I always state this to people, and I really don't talk about politics like that because everybody got their own statement and it's so strong with this statement. Personally, I don't even give a shit. But his second run, he was supposed to go up in Pennsylvania. I think it's called Easton, Pennsylvania. I know it starts with an E. But he's supposed to go up there to do a rally. He refuses to do the rally. He says, I don't want their support. Man, fuck them. That's what pretty much Donald Trump, well, that's not his exact words, but that's what he pretty much was saying, Donald Trump didn't even want to go to PA. That's how he put it in a lot of places. In his first term that he went to do his rallies, his second term, he didn't even go. He thought that he's going to get his supporters. All he needed was his supporters. But like I said, I don't really get into whole politics and stuff like that because a lot of people know more than I do. And I could, once again, don't really want to put my whole voice and face into politics unless it is necessary. But in the meanwhile, all I'm saying when it comes to Donald Trump was he has some hate going on. And a lot of people know that. And even his supporters know that Donald Trump got some serious hate. Now, my question is this to you guys, right? Is that Do you believe if Donald Trump wins this election, do you think that he's going to be a better president than he was before? Or do you think that Donald Trump is going to pretty much get back to where we was in 2020? You feel me what I'm saying? That's, because we are in good shape ever since. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, no, Biden did horrible, Biden did. Okay, let's get into that, all right, with Joe Biden, all right? First of all, we all know when he was trying to introduce the president of Ukraine, President Zelensky, he said, ladies and gentlemen, the president of Ukraine, President Putin. No, I'm sorry. We're going to beat Putin. We're going to beat him. I'm too focused on beating Putin. Ladies and gentlemen, President Zelensky. And then President Zelensky was like, I'm better than Putin. And then, Biden was like, hell yeah, you are. You one hell of a better president. But, and then he called his vice president, Kamala Harris, Vice President Trump. Listen, I told this to one guy, okay? Biden has a lot going on right now. The man is the president of the United States of this country, of America. He has to deal with the people. He has to deal with the outside people. He has to deal with the ambassadors. And on top of that, his son is going to prison. He's going to prison. I think he got 25 or 20 years, 20 plus years. I mean, he's going to prison. His other son passed away years ago. Joe got a lot going on his mind. And then on top of that, he got Donald Trump on his mind that he got to defeat. He got Vladimir Putin that he got to focus on. Joe Biden got a lot going on right now in his mind. And one thing I told one of my homies too about this, I was like, also to remind you, Obama was president for 8 years. Okay. Shout out to Barack Obama, man. Still my president. But Barack Obama did his 2 terms. His vice president was Joe Biden. Donald Trump was only in office for 4 years. Joe Biden just came back into office after 4 years being on vacation, 8 years being a vice president. So the man only had a 4-year vacation, and he's back into the whole presidency campaign. He got a lot going on, and he's like almost 80 years old, 78, almost 80. That man got a lot going on, guys. Really. He got a lot going on. And Donald Trump, him too, he got so much going on. So much. Now, my thing is that with Donald Trump, and, I think I alluded this to, we all know Ronald Reagan has been shot once before in the 80s. He'd been shot, and he survived the shots. I still can't remember if Nixon was stabbed or shot. It was one of those two, and of course we all know JFK, John F. Kennedy, he was assassinated. We all know that. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated as well. So, we had a lot of presidency assassination going on in this world. And my whole thing is that we have American leaders, and it's not like, we have like, oh, this guy came from Germany, traveled to the United States to kill this president, or we got this guy from Russia trying to kill this president. I've always noticed that it's always been an American citizen that's killing our American leaders. And that's also including us as blacks as well, too, from Martin Luther King, from Malcolm X, from Fred Hampton, excuse me. All our black leaders. Even I still consider Tupac Shakur our black leader. Still, that's another story we got to get into another episode. But, still, our black leaders is just fading away little by little. We still got some in this earth, thank God. But at the same time, our main leaders is gone. One thing I learned from a quote is that, You could kill the messenger, but you can't kill the message. So, you could remember that. But our leaders is gone, pretty much. Assassinated, or, conspiracy theories. I don't want to get into it, but I was looking at the real Rick Ross, the freeway Rick Ross, and talking about Gary V, cracking down on the CIA and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not gonna get into this, but him, they said that, he committed suicide. He shot himself in the head twice. How can you shoot yourself in the head twice? How? Kurt Cobain shot himself in the head with a shotgun once. Don Cornelius shot himself in the head once. How did this guy shot himself twice in the head? See what I'm saying? Shit's going on when it comes to the gov. But I'm not going to get into that because I'm just trying to merge this on with this whole Donald Trump and this whole Joe Biden. And to me, what I got to say about this is that Joe Biden is right. He's right. Violence is not condoned here, not only in this country, but all around the world. All around the world. We should not condone violence. But my question is, Joe, what are you doing with gun control? What are you doing with the gun laws? Texas, Arizona, the two states that I know, has a very weak gun policy when it comes to the districts, in certain districts. Very weak. I mean, I heard you could buy guns in auctions. You don't even have to have a gun license, nor an ID. How old do you have to be to buy a gun? 21? 21? Is it 21? Because you got to be 21 to drink, right? Certain age in gambling, you got to be 21, right? So I'm assuming to have a gun, you have to be 21, right? 21? And this kid was 20? 20? I'm hearing information about this kid, but where was the gun registered? Where did he register the gun? Who gave him bullets? Was this his family gun? Was it a gun that he actually went out to a gun auction and brought a rifle? I just want to know, where did that gun came from? Where did he get that gun? Did he buy that gun? And we have our president talking about, we do not condone violence in this country. Then do something with the gun laws, okay? Do something with it. Do something with it. Because we're losing a lot of lives. I was even watching on YouTube guns being crossed to the hood when it comes, with the whole drug trade and stuff. I remember, shout out to Big U over at the West Coast. He said, before he went to prison, it was just like the Smith and Wessons, the Pistol Petes, you know what I'm saying? Like pistols. When he got in jail, he served about, I think, 8 years or so, 8-9 years. He got out. He said, next there was Uzis out on the streets, AK-47 out on the streets. And it's like, how did these guns get into, these places? Some say it came from those trains, those box cart trains. They just throw them out in boxes, and guns just be out laying out there in LA and Chicago. So it's like, America. Anyway, I'm just happy that, we didn't see an assassination live on camera. That would have been highly traumatizing for a lot of people that was watching his rally, or versus that was there. It would have been highly traumatizing. Still, there's a lot of questions. How did he get up in the roof? Somebody said that he climbed up the ladder up to the roof, and he told one of the civilians told an officer The officer actually climbed up the ladder. He saw him flat down his stomach with the gun, and the cop just went back down, and it's like, oh my God, there is a kid up there with a gun. So I don't know. I'm not calling. The Versa is not calling this act a conspiracy theory. Let's be that clear. This shit was real, okay? If this kid was military trained sniper, we would have seen Trump. Let's be real, okay? If he was a military trained sniper, we would not have seen Trump today, okay? But it was this kid that was bullied from school, and I don't know, he felt something different about Trump. But here is what I want to say to people here on this show. Hear me when I say this, okay? Please. It's not just about trying to assassinate our leaders, our president or our governor or our mayor. It's nothing to do with assassination. And I've been saying this here on this show. We got to stop the violence. We have to stop the violence. Seriously. If you want to get your point across, go out and vote. Vote. That's the only way you could hopefully solve your problem, is to go out and vote. That kid, Thomas Clark, whatever, that kid, he could have saved his life if, instead of buying a gun and trying to assassinate the former president, which if he would have lived off those gunshot wounds, he would have served life in jail or death, wherever, or I don't know. I don't think they have a death penalty in PA, but he definitely would have served life in jail. Versus if he would have took the right path and used his voice, his First Amendment, then he could have been someone that would have been bullied and changed his life, and now he became a motivational speaker. But no, in school he has to be bullied, and kid mind wasn't correct, trying to attempt on former President Donald Trump, but instead it backfired on him. He was assassinated by Secret Services. Excuse me. So stop the violence. If you don't like your leader or somebody, use your First Amendment, okay? It's legal. It's legal to use your First Amendment. It is illegal to commit a crime, because nobody is above the law. Nobody. So go out and vote, ladies and gentlemen. Stop this whole violent shit, okay? Seriously. One thing I'll say, listen, I might talk some shit about Trump here and there on his show, whatnot. But one thing I always say about Trump, his rallies is funny because he just talks shit. But in all seriousness, all right, listen, in all seriousness, the man has a family. He is a father. He's a grandfather. He's an uncle. He's a friend. He's a husband. But, he's still a human being just like us. So, and in that picture too, one of the guys at Hot 97 was like, yo, that picture went hard. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's one tough picture. When he went like this, and then the American flag in the background. I'm just like, yeah, that picture's gonna be painted. That's gonna be hanged on a wall. That's gonna be like America's picture. So, but I don't know. Once again, if you guys want to comment on here, if you think this is a conspiracy theory, if you think, what's your thoughts on this whole assassination attempt on Donald Trump? What do you guys think on it? Just comment on below. All right. Anyway, let's get into some boxing talk. Oh yeah, that's right. This right here is special for Mr. Ryan Garcia. You little bum bitch. You fucking bitch. Really, dude, fuck you for life, okay? Seriously. I know I missed one episode and I should have addressed it on last week, but you know, just going through other things when it comes to the Versa, okay? But I'm addressing it right now here on this Tuesday, okay? You little bum bitch, Ryan Garcia. I do hope this gets to Ryan Garcia too, okay? Listen, from my size versus your size, I don't give a fuck about your speed, homie. If I catch you, homie, I'm not saying this ain't no threat. Right? Seriously, this ain't no threat. Man, I'll knock your ass out. All right? And once again, that's not a threat. Motherfucker, that's a promise, Ryan Garcia. How dare you? How dare you? Really? You are not like us and will never be like us. Never. Ryan Garcia, I don't give a shit if you was drunk. I really don't give a damn, because they say drunk words are sober words, okay? I really don't give a shit if you was drunk, bro. Saying the N-word, if you want to say, you're like, yo, man, I'm down for my niggas, you know, I'm down for my niggas. I'm all right, I can slide with that, okay? Once you start talking about killing niggas, you on the red line, motherfucker. But no, it didn't stop there. You decide to cross the red line. Once you start talking about digging up George Floyd and killing him again, dude, yo, you know what the crazy thing is? I followed you on Instagram, and then once you said that dumb shit, bro, fuck you. I blocked you on Instagram, you bitch. That's why, you know what? And that's why, and you know what? You know how you a bitch too, Ryan Garcia? You beat Devin Henry. I supported you. Your dumb ass gets fucking fined and then gets suspended because they found drugs in your system, because you can't be a real man to beat him as a real man. And then on top of that, you're going to say all these racial slurs and then you get expelled from boxing. To me, that's not good enough, motherfucker. They should ban you from boxing completely. You're going to be a fat piece of shit. Just remember that, all right? And so far, you headed towards there to being a fat piece of shit. And then on top of that, you're going to talk about, oh, well, you know, I apologize to my ex-wife. You know, you meant the world to me. Bro, your ex-wife fucked your damn brother and your father and your grandfather, okay? Man, fuck your ex-wife, too. She's a hoe, all right? Fuck you, too, Ryan Garcia. To my heart. What you said about digging up George Floyd and man, fuck you. I hope you, man, one day when your day comes, I hope someone dig your fucking ass out and piss in your mouth and then rip your fucking body up and throw you in the motherfucking water with sharks and eat your shit up, man. Oh yeah, you know how I'm feeling. You know how I'm feeling, Ryan Garcia. You want to apologize to your wife, but it seems to me you do not have the balls to apologize to the Floyd family. Your ex-wife doesn't even give a shit about you, cuz. For real, homie. Like, you over here apologizing to the wrong person. And then you talking about, I'm going to go to rehab. And then you went to a nightclub. Ryan Garcia, fuck you, bro. For real. Cannot believe I supported you, little bitch ass, man. It's funny. It's like Floyd Mayweather that doesn't like Oscar de la Hoya. The Versa does not like Ryan Garcia. Seriously. And if I ever see Ryan Garcia, he step up to me, he said, do something, bro. I'm going to do something 100%, 101%. On my dead grandmama, man, I will do something, homie, for real. And I don't give a shit if you're talking about, bro, I'm sorry, I wasn't in the right state of mind. Man, fuck you, man. For real. Seriously. Dig whoever's dead in your family, dig them up and beat them or kill them again and bury them bitches. You got me all heated up now because what the fuck you said about George Floyd, man. Let that man rest, man. Matter of fact, George Floyd shouldn't even be dead right now. The man should be here right now with his daughter. The same way you're with your family. Fuck you, Ryan Garcia. I hope I hope no boxing agency will pick you up at all. Not even Oscar de la Hoya. I don't think he even likes you either. Yeah, because you was going through a whole contract conspiracy with Oscar de la Hoya. So he doesn't even like you either. Man, I hope your boxing career is over, homie. Man, I hope you work at McDonald's, Ryan Garcia. Seriously. Matter of fact, I hope you become a... Matter of fact, you are a bum. From the words of Mickey from Rocky, you are a bum. And that is what you're going to become. Is a fat piece of Spanish piece of shit, a bum. Don't you ever mention George Floyd's name out of your fucking mouth. Ever. Or any source of black people's name out of your mouth. Or any black community in your mouth. Don't you ever say a word about a black community. Because I'm telling you, you go to a black community, and I hope this is heard throughout all the black community. Green light on his fucking ass. Bitch. Dig up your grandma. If your grandmama's dead, if your grandpa's dead, dig them up and kill them motherfuckers again. Fucking dare you, Ryan Garcia. But that's all I want to talk about with Ryan Garcia, that little bum bitch. As got suspended, got fined. He should be banned from boxing. He's a racist. Hey, boxing agency, you do know Ryan Garcia is a racist. He talked about George Floyd, talking about digging him up and killing him. He's a racist. So if I was you, boxing world, the boxing organization, don't just suspend him immediately, or no, ban his ass for life. Take away his boxing license for life. All boxing training camps do not accept him to even train or to spar. He is done for life. He's a racist, just like Donald Trump, but he's a racist. Fuck you, Ryan Garcia. That's the last thing I want to say about that bitch ass, bum ass piece of shit. Anyway, got that out the way. So I thought there was something else. Nah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Versus final word. Versus final word is real simple and real easy. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this goes back to how we should treat ourselves in this country. Okay. And once again, violence is not the answer. It's really not. We lost a lot of great people due to violence. And it's just a lot of traumatizing to our mindset on what is happening to our people in this country. So I always say is that we should get a better leaders to help our people out that's going through a mental health crisis. And let's give them some help. And also too, I want to talk to the kids as well too, that's out in the schools and all that. We got to stop the bullying, please. Cyberbullying at school, at work, outside, wherever. The bullying has to stop, please. You know, I remember being in high school and this father of his daughter, she committed suicide because she was being bullied online. And it was so sad because it was like she herself was showing people commenting her like, you know, kill yourself, nobody likes you. Even when Dave Chappelle talked about the story about his transgender friend, you know, she killed herself because, you know, of who she once was to now who she is. Guys, stop the bullying. Stop the hate. Yeah, I know I might talk about Ryan Garcia. I might just say all that what I just said, but you know, that's just in the heat of a moment. Okay. All right. That's just in the heat of a moment. But when it comes to respecting other people when they when respect is there, we got to, all right? And you know what? I'll say this in verse of final word since I talked about Ryan Garcia, okay? Regardless of what I just said about Ryan Garcia, because once again, I don't like people like them, okay? I just don't. I don't like people that, we all seen what happened to George Floyd. We all seen it through our phones and TVs everywhere, all right? We know how traumatizing, how horrible that incident was. So, and I do hope Ryan Garcia does get the help that he needs. I do hope that. At the same time, still not gonna change the fact what I feel about him, but I do hope that he does get the help that he needs. So, that being said, we all gotta really work on ourselves to get better each and every single day. All right. So, again, let's stop the violence and let's vote. Bernie Mac once said it on Def Comedy Jam, because he said he's from Chicago. Stop the violence and vote. Remember those why t-shirts? This is why not vote. Remember? So let's go out there and let's vote, y'all. And let's just stop the violence. Now, I might talk about no violence on Ryan Garcia, but I will knock his ass out. At least he'll see another day, knowing that his bitch ass got knocked down. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and that was #TheVersa Show. And I thank you for viewing another spectacular episode here on #TheVersa Show. And you make sure you do these 3 things. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Listen, I thank you so much for viewing #TheVersa Show, and this was fun. This was a good topic, all right? And if you are new to the channel, if you haven't seen #TheVersa Show, you make sure that you just subscribe now to the #TheVersa Show channel. Also, too, I'm gonna give just one shout out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give a few shout outs. Matter of fact, shout out to Justin Kaufman. If I'm saying his last name right, he messaged me on Instagram. He says my whole contact is great, my music is great. So thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Also, too, I'm gonna give a shout out to Bertha and Angie. Angie and Bertha. I'm gonna give them a huge shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? So, because Angie, I gotta see you. Like I said, I gotta get this hair done. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Versa will be heading to Philly as well too. So, to my home girls, you know what I'm saying? Gail, to you, shout out to Gail. Beautiful Gail, I'm gonna see you soon, girl. I'm gonna kick it with you up in Philly. So let's just see what happens. So take me on a whirlwind to it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you so much, and you should already know what this is. It's the best podcast around, and of course, I am the Versa. I hope I got it right there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I see you guys on another spectacular episode on #TheVersa Show, and you just remember these words right here. Peace into the Middle East. Productions. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I thank you for watching the latest episode on #TheVersa Show. For more new episodes, you make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell for more new episodes. And if you have any questions to ask, to get my intake, my answer on this show, make sure that you add me on Instagram @TheVersa. And also, too, can't forget to follow, too, so press that button as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching. Until next time, #TheVersa Show, the best podcast around.